Hi everybody, and welcome to your new moon reading for May 19th, 2023. I'm going to start with a little bit of sidereal astrology before we get started. I'll put timestamps below for the pile selection and for each individual pile. But to begin, we're going to look at this new moon happening in the third nakshatra, which is Kritika, and that is happening at 4 degrees of Taurus. So during the night, a cluster of 6 stars is visible in the sky, known as the Pleiades or Kritika. As per Vedic astrology, Kritika resides in the sign of Taurus and Aries. It is considered as a source of power and energy, as Agni or fire is the ruling deity. The name Kritika, when translated, means the cutter, and a symbol is resembled by a sharp object. Thus, it can be said that the star possesses both creative and destructive nature. People born under the Seven Sisters are aggressive with raging character. The sun is the ruling planet, so that explains the flaming nature. But it also signifies purification at the highest level. Kritika Nakshatra natives are always looking for new information and adventures to fuel their fire within. They need physical activities to keep their mind busy and energetic. The nurturing and motherly qualities of these stars are hidden behind their tough exterior. Natives born under this nakshatra are usually involved with professions such as teaching at schools or universities. People with Kritika nakshatra may have a sharp tongue and want perfection in everything, but they have an amazing capacity to support others and the willpower plus independence to keep moving. Courage and awareness can be used to describe the star. So the translation of Kritika is the cutter. The indication is the star of fire. The animal is the female sheep. The gender is female. The tree is a fig tree. The related planets are Mars as ruler of Aries and Venus, the ruler of Taurus. The symbol is a razor, an axe, or a flame. And the controlling planet is the sun. The element is earth. The bird is the peacock. The color is white, and the presiding deity is Agni, the god of fire. And so this sounds like a rather destructive nakshatra, and it's also associated with the aspect of Ketu, the tail of the dragon, the south node. The ruling deity of Ketu is Shiva, the destroyer god, one of the 3 main trinity gods of the Hindu religion. We have Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the sustainer, and Shiva, the destroyer. So it sounds a lot like Pluto, and we have, I believe, Pluto opposite Mars for this new moon, which I'll get into for a moment. But Pluto is Hades, god of death, the underworld, and rebirth. Also the ruler of Scorpio, which is the opposite sign. Mars and Scorpio, or Mars and Pluto both rule Scorpio, which is opposite Taurus. But getting into the astrological aspects that are being played out under this new moon, and this is from astrologyking.com. Mars is squaring Jupiter. It gives the energy and initiative to start new projects and take risks to achieve long-scale success. But although enthusiastic, you may become coarse or tactless. The best way to harness this impulsive energy is to use forethought and strategy. Avoid acting rashly without considering the consequences of your brave actions. Choose your fights carefully. Jupiter square Pluto on May 17th is the most substantial influence on the new moon, May 23rd. May of 2023. It gives an intense drive to get all ahead. Success, power, and influence are all possible, but without some care, there could be a price to pay. Ruthless determination, greed, and corruption may get you there quicker or make you more money, but at what cost? Obsessive and compulsive behavior would not only cause relationship problems at home, but can also earn you powerful enemies. Mars opposite Pluto brings an intense passion for achieving your strongest desires. You may go to great lengths to achieve victory in this competitive spirit, but bullying, cruelty, threats, or intimidation will result in strong resistance and powerful enemies. If you can channel aggressiveness and dominating urges constructively, notable achievements are possible. So this new moon is involved in what's called a T-square with because the sun and moon are conjunct Jupiter, and they're making each 90-degree angles to Mars and Pluto and Mars are opposite each other. So this T-square aspect pattern promotes action, achievement, and the attainment of goals. Energy is stored and bottled up in Mars opposite Pluto, and the tension produced is discharged along both squares to the apex planet or Jupiter. This is where achievement is made and transferred into work by the discharge of tension. A T-square makes you very active, with a tendency to act first and think later. An unsuccessful energy transfer leads to rigid states of awareness where you cannot change and the same mistakes are repeated. So you should break your work into sections and complete each stage as quickly as possible. After a short or long break, you can return to work with renewed vigor. So it seems like things are going down at this new moon. They're being initiated with ferocity, with fire, with cutting. This could be the beginning of the end for some things. I don't know whether it's relationships or the financial system, as that's been under close watch these past few weeks and months, or tensions even involving conflicts, because we have Mars, god of war, opposite Pluto, god of death. And it being ruled by the deity Shiva, the destroyer, and Agni, the god of fire, this new moon. So we could see transformations in those narratives around the world. Hoping for the best, obviously, but it seems these are all cycles we are subject to from time to time. Okay, so if we take this energy in our personal lives and focus it constructively on achievement of our own personal goals, it seems now is a very fortuitous time to get those things started. And the cutting can be beneficial too. We can be cutting cords from toxic relationships, jobs, living environments, whatever it is, cutting yourself free from any kind of dead weight that's been dragging you down, and setting firm boundaries moving forward. So there is some positive that can be taken from this energy available to us at this time. So with that said, let's go on with the reading. Again, I'll have timestamps below for each pile, and we'll see you there.